Yo, what is good, YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. We have some breaking news coming out of Los Angeles, but this time it's the Clippers who are making some noise, making some rumors, and it is said to be believed that Chris Paul is ready to go back home to LA, the Clippers, to take care of unfinished business. Now, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the couple of different routes that the Clippers could take to land Chris Paul back in LA, and also what it will mean for them and how it could impact next season, and potentially how they can maybe even win a championship next season. However, before we jump into this video, I need you guys to do me a major favor and smash that like button really quickly. If you think the Clippers can win it all with Chris Paul on this team, make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's even get the video up to 500 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join the family. I will be covering the entirety of the NBA offseason, which includes the draft, free agency, summer league, whatever it may be. I got you guys covered, so join the family. And I also live stream games, so if you want to watch any Clippers games with me next year, make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's jump into this video. So as we all know, Chris Paul, Landry Shamet, a couple of second-round picks and pick swaps went over to the Washington Wizards. In return, the Suns got Bradley Beal. Now, listen, the Wizards said that they are open to keeping Chris Paul, but Chris Paul, the player he is at his age, he wants out. I already know. You don't even have to tell me. You don't got to convince me anything. Chris Paul wants out. Now, he said that there's a couple of different teams that he could potentially go for. There's the Lakers are very interested. The Clippers are very interested. I think the Celtics could be a little bit interested. And then there's the Spurs. Now, in my opinion, if I'm being completely honest here, I think it's either Clippers or Lakers. I think he wants to play with LeBron, and I think he wouldn't mind going back to the Clippers to take care of that unfinished business, maybe getting a ring under his belt. Listen, Kawhi is over there, Paul George is over there, and they got hoopers over there. So I wouldn't even be too surprised if he goes over to play with the Clippers instead of the Lakers. Now, there's a couple of different ways that the Clippers could go out and get something done. It's either going to be through a buyout or it's going to be through a trade. Now, if they were to try to get him in a trade, they would have to give up a pretty decent package to get Chris Paul. Now, the good thing if he gets cut, if Chris Paul gets waived from Washington, this is going to be amazing for the Clippers because Chris Paul would be owed $15.8 million from the Wizards into that trade. So that means he would be able to sign a vet minimum. He would be able to sign a vet minimum to go to the Clippers, which is only a couple $1 million. It would be huge for the Clippers to get a guy like Chris Paul who, in 2023 didn't have a bad year at all. He played about 32 minutes a game, shot 44% from the field, 37.5% from the three-point line. He also shot 83% from the free throw line, and he averaged about 14 points a game, 8.9 assists, 4.3 rebounds, and has just been a very good player overall in his entirety of his career. Now, I think that if he brought that to the Clippers, who, pretty much have their whole roster under contract for next season, they needed to bring someone in on a vet minimum. As you know, last year, they brought in Russell Westbrook as a on a vet minimum. I think he was only making like $500,000 last year with the Clippers. So right now, Russell Westbrook is a free agent. They have the opportunity to either bring him back or and replace him with a guy like Chris Paul, who personally I think Chris Paul would be a major upgrade in terms of his passing ability. I mean, don't get me wrong, Russell Westbrook's passing ability is amazing, but I think Chris Paul's IQ offensively, his shot IQ is amazing. I think he would add so much more in terms of his offensive ability, his IQ, and overall gameplay. I know he's a little bit older. I think he's about 38 years old. But when you look at this Clippers roster right now, you got Paul George, you got Kawhi Leonard making pretty much the same exact money. You got Eric Gordon, who I believe played with Chris Paul for a year or two, I think in Houston, I believe. And then you got Norman Powell, you got Marcus Morris, you got Robert Covington, Batum, Zubac, Bones Highland, you got Terrence Mann. I mean, this roster is absolutely loaded and ready to compete for a championship next season. I mean, I believe if the Clippers stayed healthy in the playoffs this year, I think they would have won off. They had Kawhi, they had Paul George. I really do believe that they could have won it all. Now, it will be interesting to see what they're going to have to give up in terms of a trade. I heard that they might have to give up like a Marcus Morris. They might have to give up like a Eric Gordon just to match salaries, I believe, as well as maybe sending some picks away. But it should be very interesting to see what ends up happening here with Chris Paul. Like I said, I think there's a couple of different teams in terms of the Lakers, the Clippers, the Spurs, the Celtics that could be interested in getting him if and only if he gets released or waived from the team, because strictly he's going to be able to sign a vet minimum. Now, if he is not waived and the Wizards, are like, all right, we want to trade him, we want to get something in return for a guy like Chris Paul, then that's going to make things a lot more difficult for a team like the Boston Celtics, for a team like the Lakers, for example, to end up getting him. Now, both these teams, the Lakers and the Clippers, who I believe are probably the main two teams to probably get him, they do have question marks right now. D'Angelo Russell, free agent. Austin Reeves, a free agent. Russell Westbrook, a free agent. So it's going to be very interesting to see which one of these teams goes all out for Chris Paul. And I know he's getting up there in age, but I think Chris Paul can make a very big impact on either one of these teams, whether he goes to the Clippers or the Lakers. But let me know in the comment section down below, as a Clippers fan or if you're a Lakers fan, where would you rather see Chris Paul? Would you want him on your team, or would you rather see him go to the opposite team? Do you not want him? Do you want him? Let me know what you guys think. And also, comment down below, who is one player that you want your team to target in this year's draft? It's just a couple of days away, and I am going to be posting a mock draft video. So if you want to see that, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, turn on post notifications. You're notified every time we go live for a game, post a video. Make sure you guys are in here. But with that being said, it's going to be fun to see where Chris Paul goes. He's interested in going back to the Clippers. So we'll see if a guy like Paul George can kind of get him back over there. Him and Kawhi Leonard can get him over there, because I do think it would make a huge difference. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Pro Class, the absolute best place for you to take your game to the highest level. It's the first of its kind sports training and development platform where you can reach your highest potential by learning from some of the best athletes on the entire planet. Some of these guys include Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, Allen Iverson, DeMar DeRozan, and so many more. And I have some great news to you guys. If you guys go use my code MattyDubs, you'll get 50% off hundreds of training videos, workouts, and drills, and you can get in the lab right now. So go check it out. Go steal some of the secrets from some of the top players in the world right now. And if you are interested in developing your skills at any level, if you play in middle school, high school, college, or if your goal is just to be a better athlete, a better basketball player, this is where you need to go. Nobody else does this. Go check them out, and you can learn, develop your skills at a fast pace, high speed level. Click the link in the description for instant access to all of the secrets in the world. And remember, using code MattyDubs will get you 50% off right now, so don't miss out on this offer.